Outstanding. We are always making progress. Thank you for being here, everybody. My name is Cadena, and I woke up like this, highly caffeinated. I'm so excited to just share with you several things that we can do today that are essential for us to get 2025 started the right way, in a purposeful way, with intentionality, with laser focus on what really matters. So here's just a landscape. I wanted to share, just to open up, thank you for being here. I wanted to share a couple of things. One, a couple of Fridays ago in the Wall Street Journal, the front page read, real estate sales hit lowest levels since the year 1995. All right, everyone calm down to a normal panic because it has since improved since then. However, this was in mid-October 2024, and the Goldman Sachs company, of course, Goldman Sachs flagged the fact that home sales are slated to hit about 3.9 million total units by New Year's Eve 2024. And so all that means is that we're comparing that to a yearly average of anywhere from 5.5 million homes sold to anywhere to 6.7 million. So the normal range in the last 15 years has been anywhere from 5.5 million properties sold to 6.7 million properties. So all that means that in 2024, the total number of properties sold is going to be just under 4 million. We're working with about 30 to 40% less available homes to be sold. Now, if you're crushing it and you're just dominating your real estate career and business right now, high five, I'm going to give you a cupcake. However, if you're feeling the pinch of that and you're on the struggle bus a little bit, it's okay for two reasons. One, we don't control GDP. We don't control affordability. We don't control the three catalysts that impact those lower numbers in 2024. We don't control the cost of capital or interest rates. However, we can control what we do. And so moving forward, the things that are going to inform how we show up and what we do are pivotal. So I'm going to jump right into it. You know, I have a deck prepared for us today. So here are several essential steps to dominate early 2025, knowing that we're working with a few more units going into 2025. We're slated to see about a 12 to 15% increase. And by the way, that's without interest rates improving. We are literally praying to the real estate gods, as it were, that affordability improves. Goldman Sachs has also predicted and flagged the interest rate should dip down to about 6.125 for a 30-year fixed in the year 2025. My hope and my intention and prayer at this point is that when interest rates start with a 5 handle, the floodgates will open up. And so let's just think 2025 for interest rates to just hit even that 5.9 handle would be tremendous, because then it impacts the mindset of the consumer and it certainly impacts the affordability. So let's get right into it. Number one, we have to front load our week and front load our day early. Somebody say early in the chat box. So firstly, we are protecting our time. What we do from 8 o'clock in the morning until 12:30 is hyper protected. Hyper protected in terms of lead creation, lead and appointment follow-up, and then other dollar productive activities. When you win the morning, you win the whole day. And when you get that done early in the week, you are absolutely going to feel better about no loose ends by the weekend. All right. So the idea is we're meeting with consumers on the weekend. We are meeting with clients. We are making phone calls. We are doing all of the dollar productive activities, whether it's door knocking. It's also the follow up, because I feel like sometimes we'll make a note and we'll think, oh, I have to make that call. You know what? Make the call. Stop what you're doing and make the call. A lot of us are dual career. By the way, I have a big heart for dual career agents. Why? Because that's how I started. In the year 2005, I also had a mortgage business. And so I had to do real estate not from 9 to 5. I had to figure out how to do it from basically 5 to 9 and the weekends. And so I want to encourage you to protect your time and delegate and assign your time, because if you don't tell your time what to do or where to go, it will evaporate. And the challenge is we think we have all of this time and we don't. Look, it's December 2nd already today, right? And so I want to encourage you to create your perfect morning in real estate from 8 to about 12:30. What are you doing to bring impact to attract a seller client? What are you doing to create impact to attract a buyer client? Listen, a tenant, a landlord, an investor of any sort. I want you to get hyper specific. Earlier today, Sean Gerald, hailing out of the Carolinas, was sharing with us, what is your preferred client avatar? And if you haven't watched that segment, I highly, highly recommend that you watch the replay. It's already out on our Lifestyle International YouTube channel. Sean Gerald's segment on lead generation and scripting and messaging with AI and ChatGPT was tremendous earlier. So watch that segment and pepper in your time. Again, if you don't tell your time what to do or where to go, it will just go anywhere. Same thing with your money. Guess what? Get your finances in order. Do you have a household budget? Do you have a business budget? Because if you don't tell your money where to go, it will literally go anywhere. Do this. I want you to look at any credit card that you swipe for anything, whether it is a debit hybrid credit or a straight up credit card, and I want you to cancel it. I know it's so painful. However, when you cancel it, you typically have to then renew or reestablish all of the auto debits. And so that's your opportunity to unsubscribe. I had National Unsubscribe Day was Black Friday. Why? Because National Unsubscribe Day, I'm going to stop the screen share because I want to look at each of you for a moment. Unsubscribe Day looked like unsubscribing from all of the nonsense that you don't need, all of the consumer stuff that you truly do not need on a regular basis, okay? You need to get hyper specific to get your money house in order, because now is the time. We know that just throwing more GCI, right, gross commission income at the issue is not going to solve the issue. And so we are getting our finances in order. To that arm, I want you to interrogate every expense. If you pay for a MLS, right, a multiple listing system that is not serving you, cancel it. Resubscribe when you have a client in that geographic area, right? If you are subscribing to, I'll give you one, Rise Mushroom Coffee that you don't even drink, that's $10 a month, cancel it. Because guess what? That's $120 a year. In 5 years, that's similar to a car payment. Why? Why are we doing this, right? And so get your finances in order. It's like eat that frog. How do you eat an elephant? It's one little bite at a time. So the question I have for each of you today is, what can you do by midnight tonight to get your finances in order? Are you tracking your net worth, right? What do you own? OWN, right? What do you own? And then what do you owe? And figure out what that really is, right? So to track your net worth is a great activity as well. If you don't have the tool for that, I will share the tool for that. Put in the chat box. Raise your hand in the chat box if you need the net worth tracker. We'll make sure we get it to you. And so get your finances in order. High five. I love that. Yes, right? We all need the net worth tracker. We all need a budget, because if we don't put guardrails, like, there's guardrails on a highway. If you don't put guardrails around your money, you literally wonder where it went. And listen, don't unfriend me publicly. However, tax time is looming, my friends. Tax time is absolutely downloading. And so get the finances in order. I'll do a mild side note to this. Look at your workspace. I'm doing an overhaul of my home office right now. Thank God my office, it's pretty neat up in here. I don't want to brag. And so my home office though, A challenge. And so this is what we're doing. This is the month to get everything in order because I am here to tell you 2025, the floodgates are going to open up. You will have more opportunity to do more business with more sellers on the listing side, more buyers on the buyer side, more tenants and more landlords. You will flip those landlords to sell because it will still be strong for sellers, and the floodgates will open up with qualified buyers because I believe affordability will be improved. I believe, regardless of what side of the aisle you may or may not be on, the reality is 1031 exchanges are going to be popping. Let's just look at reality, all right? We know that, different parties have different economic implications, and I just want to cast light. The floodgates will open up. So if you are like Braveheart and you paint your face blue like the movie and you put on a kilt and you grab a weapon and you want to cash out in real estate, you have a license to sell the best asset class that drives the most wealth to humans in the world. That would be properties. Next, guess what? It's ironic, in real estate, you only have one place to live. It's true. It's your body. Body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. It's a song. I'm tone deaf. I won't sing to you. But here's the thing. If you don't take care of your body, your cellular health, your mindset, what you consume, we form habits, and those habits literally form us. Somebody say habits in the chat box. Now I need to look at y'all again. All right. The reality is we form habits, and those habits form us. And so what can you do? Is it a reminder that says drink water every 32 minutes? I have reminders to tell myself to hydrate, okay? And so the reality is, what can you do today? Is it look at your habits? Respectfully, some of us have incredible habits, right? I don't want to brag. I make my bed every day. Seems like a tiny thing. It's not, because when I re-enter my primary suite and I look, and that bed is precise, it is like Zen, okay? What can you do today that the habit is going to improve your hydration? It's going to improve your clothing size. Maybe it's going to improve your protein intake so you have the energy to deal with the general public in real estate. We work with the general public. It's a good time. And so I want to encourage you, look at your health, look at your energy level. All right. I joke a lot about caffeinated melanin. All right. This look is called espresso Nuyorican. All right. My ancestors' wildest dreams, Black and Puerto Rican. Guess what? If I don't take care of myself, no one else will be taken care of. All right. Therefore, self-care is a requirement. All right, somebody say amen. So health and energy, your mindset, what are you consuming? Be careful. Here it goes. Here's another hint on thriving. Remove as many negative influences as possible, right? I call them energy drainers, right? Remove them. Listen, sometimes it's a family member. Don't unfriend me publicly, but sometimes you need to mute somebody a little bit, right? And so perhaps you need to not start your day watching the news. Oh, by the way, maybe it's listening to a podcast. Throw your favorite podcast in the chat box right now. I'm listening to Bigger Pockets, and I'm also listening to Win, Make, Give. Oh, so good. My friend Ben, Win, Make, Give, so good. And so watch what you consume bodily, right? Your body, and then watch what you consume. I call it the 6-inch market. I have a big head, it's probably 8 inches. I don't want to brag. It's never bragging, but it's the market of your mind. And listen, not everybody can have access to you all the time. If you call my cell phone right now, fun fact, you call my cell phone right now, it's going to have the normal greeting and my roles, and at the end, I happen to mention, I say, hey, if you happen to be calling after 7:30 p.m., I will be certain to connect with you the following business morning. And listen, if it's really important and I'm negotiating and we're dilating and I will call back. I might make a concession. However, it's received in such a positive way and it's not expected. And so put guardrails, protect your time, and make sure you are removing the negative influences. And the reality is we're all doctors of real estate. And so if I wanted to go just into my doctor's office at 2 o'clock today unannounced. Could I? No. So you're the doctor of real estate. Put some respect on your name and invite people. What is the best way to work with you? All right. I run a team. I'm a branch broker owner, GM for Lifestyle
Do me a
International
favor.
Realty New
Can you
Jersey.
match?
Also, if you could mute
You
yourself, that would be outstanding. I think we need to mute ourselves. It's all good. Thank you for being here. Lisa, if you could mute, that would be great. So the reality is we want to protect our time. Yes, the mindset. You want to make sure you limit who and when has access to you because you are the doctor of your business. You're the CEO of your company. So just to recap, the things we are doing today to improve our foreseeable future in life, leadership, and in business, we're protecting our time early in the day, early in the week. We are focused from 8 a.m. to 12:30 on lead creation. We're focused on appointment setting, on the follow-up, and other dollar productive activities. A lot of us will make purposeful phone calls back to back. I have 2 iPhones. One goes on airplane mode and the other one is the bat phone. And I make my calls. All right. Get your finances in order. If you don't tell your money where to go, it'll just go anywhere. And so look at your actual budget for your household and then look at the budget for your business and have a net worth tracker. Put in the chat if you need a net worth tracker, hit me up. And then remove the negativity. Insert something productive to consume first thing in the morning, right? Insert as many encouraging things, right? For me on Sunday nights, that's when I plan for the whole week. When do you have the white space in your calendar to plan? And so that in itself is a tremendous investment of time. And another tidbit is just to, frankly, don't start your day watching the news. I mean, I know we all need to know the weather, and yet there is a weather app, right? And so I need the tracker too, Lisa. High five. We're going to make sure we get the tracker tool for you. It's a really simple link for that. And it basically just digs into, in terms of tracking your net worth, what you currently owe and then what you currently own. It's almost like
You know
the
what? Then
debt to income ratio of what you owe and what you own. If you want to go ahead and mute, that would be great. So listen, this, I'm going to open it up again. We know that we are what we repeatedly do. And so I'm really passionate about protecting your time, making sure there is a ROI and an ROE. There is an ROI, meaning a return on investment of your time, but there's also an ROE, which is return on energy. You need to see a financial return for the investment of your energy. Somebody say energy in the chat so I know you're paying attention. Don't do it if you're driving, just drive. And so the reality is, if I'm going to invest my energy and my focus, there absolutely is a requirement that there is results that follow that. All right. I was born and raised in New York City. And so I have this saying. I don't have any tattoos because, commitment issues. However, I admire ink. Oh, by the way, but I have this saying, it's similar to the New York subway system. It's if you see something, you say something. And so I want to invite everyone to be a little more favorably communicative. If there's a challenge in the workspace, you say something. If you sense there could be an improvement, say something. All right? Somebody say something. So we're going to wrap this segment. This was the essential steps in what we can do, just to recap, to get further faster, protecting your time, getting your money in order, your health and energy, and protecting your body and your mindset and what you consume, removing all the negative nonsense, that would be the technical term, and really investing your mindset in what you do and put some respect on your name. So we can wrap the recording and open it up for an Ask Me Anything. I need to go to gallery view because I want to see all of you now. Turn your camera on if you're really excited. We can wrap the recording. This is a good looking room though. I'm just saying, hey, Lori Price, you sweet thing. AMA, no, everyone's good. Everyone's just accessing an extra 4 million bucks this month. Holla, I'm with it. Sup, Matthew? So handsome. Look,
I have a
your
question.
barber should get an award. Okay, go ahead. Yes.
Um, so in terms of the business and the personal, should everything be together or should there be separate? Should I have a schedule for business and personal, or should that be together? And then
Oh,
should I have a budget for business and personal? Should they be separate or together? If you
wow,
understand
I
what I'm
love
saying.
that. Abigail, awesome question. So, in terms of budgets, separate. In terms of schedule, it has to be together because you're not a robot, you're a human being. So, you have to, right, know where to
Right.
go and our business and family every day. So, great question. The schedule, hybrid,
Okay.
business, personal. The budgets, though, have to be separate because of commingling. We don't want to interrupt or confuse. For example, every year with my American Express business credit card, that's all the business stuff on there. Nothing is commingled. So that my other, it's another different card that's for all of the household stuff. Now both earn points because I'm like committed to collecting the points and then sitting in the front of the plane. True story. However, the reality is business, budget, money separate, household, personal, budget, money separate. Is that fair?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. The schedule has to be, right? Because,
Yeah.
they don't let me leave my kids at school every day. It's crazy. They expect that I pick those nerds up every day. It's wild. Thank you for laughing at my very corny jokes.
It's very inconvenient
Oh, it's like I have other things to do, but it's fine. They're great humans. Yay.
sometimes.
Great. Sometimes send help. Outstanding. So, Gio, you're in the room. We're going to share the net worth tracker. I know we need to put some respect on our name. I know we need to create guardrail. I know we need to say no more often. No is a full sentence. Okay. Hey, Dana, can you lead up this board or this committee? No. See that? I smiled too, still said no. Because if I say yes to that, I'm possibly saying no to Princeton for my 13-year-old son. And that I will not say no to. Fair? No one's going to say it's not fair. Big facts. All right. So, dale, that's the technical term. Let's do this. I'm here for you. I am one text away. I will put my contact in the chat. I am the godmother figure to a lot of high earners in real estate, I'll tell you that. And my superpower is deal doctoring. So if you have a problem, I might solve it. It's a song. I'm tone deaf. Oh, stay tuned in New Jersey Lifestyle. We're having a ugly sweater like pajama jammy jam. It's going to be 80s or 90s theme. Can't wait. Some of y'all were built in the 90s, so that's going to be fascinating. All right, this is Cousin Dana signing off. Have an amazing dollar productive day. Wow, and it's 1:23. Oof. On time, early. Unless somebody else has a question, stump the certified coach. I think we're good. Thank you. Thank you, Shahida. All right, y'all. Dale. Gracias.
All
Later.
right.